What's up guys, it's Mike Chan, sixpackshortcuts.com. Welcome to Big Ass Arm Day Part 2. So last time we worked on triceps. Today we're going to work on biceps. So we're going to start off with something called running the rack. You may have seen me talk about some of the other videos, but what running the rack is basically running on top of the rack. No, I'm just kidding. What? So we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to grab one weight, do a set, and then increase in a weight, and then increase in a weight, and increase, as if we're going up the rack. So there's two ways to run the rack. A, you can start low and go up, or you can start heavy and go down to a lighter weight. So a good way to start off with running the rack is start off with low weight. So this way you can also incorporate warm-ups. So by the time you get to a weight that you usually go, your biceps are already warmed up and you won't get injured. And by the time you get to super heavy weight and stuff, you know, they're probably gonna be numb by then. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start off with 25, do a warm up. We're gonna do hammer curls on here first. And let's just stick with, you wanna go ahead and do probably about 3 to 4 sets of running the rack. First set, go from low to high. Second set, go from high to low. Third set, high to low. Fourth set, high to low. The only time you ever really need to go from low to high is during that first set so you can warm up. Okay, so we're gonna start with hammer curls. Let's grab some 25s, some heavy weight. All right, and we're just gonna go with, I'm not gonna burn out on here, so we're gonna do about 8 reps or so. So, 2, not very heavy here. All right, so either go up in 5 pounds, but because that was kind of light for me, I'm gonna go up 10 pounds to 35s. And without rest, go again. 2, 3, 4, 6, 6. Okay. Notice I'm doing about 6 reps. A lot of times my weight, I'd usually go about 8 reps to 6 on some exercises. Hammer curls are definitely a low weight for me. Low reps for me. So now we're gonna go to 45s. Getting heavier now. And these iron dumbbells always feel a little heavier. I don't know why. Arms are burning now. All right. So those are 45s. Woo! All right. Let's go to 60s. Now these babies are heavy. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I should attempt 70s, and then I'll probably be disco dancing. So let's give it a shot. Probably try a couple reps. We'll talk about form in just a sec. God damn, these are heavy. 1, 2. That's it for me. Okay. So, whew. So that was one set. Really, arms are toasted by now. Rest about 2 minutes or so. And start from heavy, no matter what weight you ended up at, go to light. So one thing that's very important when it comes to curling, almost every exercise, but let's just talk about the hammer curls, is you'll notice as I'm going up higher in weight, the form starts to suffer because the weight's getting heavier. Your rep range starts to go down. So here's the thing when it comes to form. We'll take just a 30 seconds to talk about this really quickly. When your form is, when you can do correct form, and you know that your elbows are right here beside you, and correct form is like this, right? You don't move at all. This will basically make sure you work fully on that muscle you're trying to work on. When you know what correct form exactly is, it's okay to go ahead and do what we call cheat form, okay, or cheat reps. to where you saw when I grabbed that last weight, super heavy. I could not do just regular good form. I had to go ahead, leverage, lean back a little bit, move my elbows around, and cheat to get that weight up. It's okay if you can do correct form. But if you can't do correct form and your form is not good to start off with, then you do not want to do any type of cheat reps, because all cheat reps are going to do is get you injured. But when your form is correct, then you can go ahead and cheat and it'll be okay, because you're still working enough on those biceps. So very, very important tip. Don't go ahead and just start grabbing heavy weight, start throwing it around. Next thing you know, you're gonna either go and rip something, hurt your back, and all that stuff. So make sure your form is really good before you start doing cheat reps. If you're still starting off, then work on your form first. Slow it down, don't go up so high, keep your rep range a little higher until you get used to the motion, you get used to using the muscles, and you don't have to cheat anymore. Then you can start going a little heavier in that cheat, and those cheat reps would actually be effective for you. So next thing we're gonna do is barbell curls. So barbell curls, just make sure we're going with a straight bar here. You can go with a straight bar or easy curl bar. Just make sure your elbows is right next to you, chest out, curl right here, and don't curl towards you or towards your chest. You want to kind of curl upwards when it gets to the top, like that. It's a real small movement. From here, kind of go upwards, just a little bit. And if you're just starting off, don't worry about it. If you've been working out for a little while, this little trick right here would actually end up, you'll feel the difference in your biceps. Right here, slightly up. So I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing this either, like you see a lot of bodybuilders do. All I'm doing is do a regular curl and slightly up at the end. So what that does is it works more on your biceps and takes that pressure off your forearms at the top of the point to where you can really, really squeeze that bicep and bring out the peak in your biceps. So after you do 3 to 4 sets of running the rack, come to your barbell, and you want to go ahead and do about 4 to 5 sets of barbell curls. Keep your rep range around 8. If you're an experienced lifter, you can go lower to where you're doing about 6 reps. Be very careful though, because when you're doing 6 reps, the weight is really heavy. Make sure that you have a really good stance. Make sure you're not rocking too much. And if you haven't been lifting for very long, stick with 8 reps as the lowest rep range before going heavier. So I'm gonna do a full set here. I did about 10 reps there to warm up. Usually I work with about maybe a 25 on each side, up to about 45 on each side, which is really, really heavy. So after you do those, if you want to go ahead and do another exercise for biceps, you can always go with running the rack again with alternating curls, keeping your wrists forward like this instead of turning. So this way you can work more on your biceps and a little less on the brax, which is basically the muscle on the side. When you do hammer curls, it works the muscle here on the side. When you do regular curls, it works more on the bicep. So if not, a lot of times running the rack and that is gonna be all it takes for you to build big ass biceps. Your biceps is a small muscle. It doesn't take a lot of weight, not a lot of weight, I'm sorry. It doesn't take a lot of exercises and a lot of sets to really, really develop them. Something a little bigger, like your legs, like your back, those bigger muscles are going to take a lot more exercises, hitting them from all these different angles. When it comes to something like biceps, triceps, you really only need to stick with about 2 exercises, 3 at the most, and you're good for the day. If you try to do 4 or 5 exercises, all you're going to do is overwork them and they're not going to develop. So remember, when we do the running rack, 3 to 4, do about 4 to 5 exercises here, and you're good to go. For more videos, check out sixpackshortcuts.com. We talk about all this stuff in there, and the workout is crazy. So, see y'all guys in the next one. Peace.